Good morning, coordinators. I would like to start off today morning with the paper titled Cataract Surgery in the COVID Era, Our Experience in a Tertiary Eye Care Center. Coronavirus disease, COVID-19, is a new illness that has multi-organ implications caused by a virus called SARS coronavirus 2. Cataract surgery is the most commonly performed surgery in an eye hospital, and ophthalmologists are high-risk category professionals as they have to work in very close proximity with the patients, and both the ophthalmologists as well as patients in high risk of the infection. Now, looking from the infection control point of view in the past and in the present, endophthalmitis has been always a major concern and always dealing with the patient. But now in the present as well as in the future, endophthalmitis as well as COVID-19 has become a new problem, and it is involving the staff, the patient, as well as the attenders. So in our hospital, we considered all people to be potentially infectious. We assumed all body fluids and air around to be potentially infectious, assumed all used surfaces around to be contaminated. We maintained physical distancing at all points in our hospital. When we did surface disinfection and minimal contact of surfaces. We put on government recommended face mask at all times, us as well as the patients and attenders. PPE were worn as per the risk level, and face shield were used, and minimal verbal communication was done so as to minimize aerosol generation. The cataract workup per se remained all the same, except that the SpO2 now was checked, and the physician checkup was done prior to the surgery. A chest X-ray was done if required, if by the physician. And one more thing has to be mentioned, that we did no COVID-19 tests prior to the surgery as per the guidelines issued by the government. Here are few of the photographs of our personnel wearing PPE and doing the procedures. Now, before the procedure, the patient had to sign an informed consent and a consent declaring himself to be COVID-19 free. And on the day of surgery, the patient came to our hospital, he washed his hands, there was temperature screening at the gate, and there was physician consultation. And after the patient was taken in, he was changed over from the street clothes to the hospital linen, and he was admitted to the block room. In the block room, you can see the patient wearing the hospital clothes and a mask which was worn by the patient at all times, including the time when the surgery was occurring. And all of the surgeries were mostly done under topical anesthesia, except a few for which administration of block was done, for which appropriate PPE was worn. In the operating room, we admitted the patient and we put on the various monitors. Our OTs are of laminar flow, and the patient was draped, and the patient was undergoing surgery. In the operating room, we avoided spillage of body fluids and other fluids and blood, and we did the surgery as quickly as possible. In a day, not more than 5 were operated in a single operating room, and gradually the number was increased, and a complete sterile set was used for each case, including the phaco tip and sleeve. The phaco handpiece and tubing were cleaned after each surgery. Surgeon assistant and floor staff and appropriate PPE were there in the operating room. We restricted the number of workers in the operating room. And post-surgery, the cleaning of the patient bed, doorknob, etc. was done with Lysol, and disposal of disposables as per biomedical waste policy was done. After the surgery, the patients changed over to the street clothes, and a checkup was done, post-operative checkup, and counseling and medication instructions were given. An appointment for 1 week post-op follow-up was given. What remained same was the pre and post-operative medication, autoclaving protocols and validations, linen management, as well as biomedical waste policy. Now, looking at the numbers, we see obviously the numbers are lesser than the previous years, but the same advanced,
is the time
advanced cataract
being monitored?
Pardon, sir?
Is the time being monitored?
Pardon, sir?
I mean, now your presentation time should be monitored.
Yeah, it is. More of the mature cataracts.
Please conclude as fast as you possible.
More of the mature cataracts were done, and these are the numbers done in a peripheral centers, and nevertheless the same. We say that the financial burden was not passed on to the patient as the charges were kept the same. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we go to the next presenter? And the very important message was given that assume all the surfaces to be infected. That is the take-home message. Assume all the surfaces to be infected, so that we have a mindset to be aware of all the surfaces. Thank you very much.
Dr. Nipam, which type of cataract were more commoner in this COVID era, and how you managed? Were the complication rates high?
All our surgeons, the complications rate, we did surgery as fast as possible. Mainly, we have seen the more number of percentage of cataracts compared to the of course immature cataracts were there, but the percentage of mature and advanced cataracts were slightly high on the higher side, and appropriately surgeons have done the surgeries, and complication rates are, I mean, whatever as a normal OT would be, it was like that. It was nothing to be alarming, nothing alarming.
Okay, what about the LIG cases? Lens-induced glaucoma?
Lens-induced glaucoma were also taken up, and the surgeries was done. What do you want to know, sir? I mean, the surgeries were taken up and they were done as per because of the emergency nature of the cataract. So it had to be